we're going to study another great man in our series. This time, we're going to study an artist. This artist's name was Picasso. He's very famous and his art is very dramatic. That's what Picasso is famous for, dramatic art. So let's look at his pieces, at his style, and about his history, and maybe he can inspire you to try to make some art as well.
Pablo Picasso was born in October 25th, 1881 in Spain. Picasso is a master of modern art who showed a world of genius art. His art included paintings, sculptures, poetry, and prints in many ways. Especially the way of his drawing things was quite different from that of other artists. He is famous for Cubism, which expresses his thoughts and concepts in his work. When you first see his painting, you may think it is a bit strange, but it is considered amazing work because it has a lot of meanings in it. He had a great gift for painting since childhood, and it's with various art competitions.
Picasso was called the genius artist. He was a genius. So who was Picasso exactly? Let me tell you. Well, Pablo Picasso was born on October 25, 1881 in Spain. Picasso is a master of modern art who showed the world genius art, absolutely genius. His art included paintings and sculptures and pottery and prints, lots of different kinds of art. Especially his way of drawing things, yes, it was quite different from that of other artists, I see. He is famous for Cubism, which expresses his thoughts and concepts in his own work. When you first see his paintings, you might think it's a bit strange, but it's considered amazing because he has a lot of meaning in symbols just in his paintings. He had a great gift of painting since he was a little kid, and he won at various art competitions. So that's Pablo Picasso, a brilliant modern artist. When you see his art, what might you feel? Sometimes it might feel a little bit strange. What is this art? It's weird. But it's because it has lots of symbols and meanings in the art. So that's called modern art, and that's from the genius Picasso. The genius Picasso who won lots of art competitions since he was a little kid. So next we're going to learn about one of the styles of his art.
Picasso expressed the world with various sides. He was more talented in painting than anyone else, but he had a hard time with poverty and difficulty, so painted the works in a cold and dark way. This is called the Blue Period, and this second major work is the Old Guitarist. Since 1904, he became more and more popular, but his beloved woman saw the world rosy. In his rosy period, he painted the curves of Avignon with bright colors. From this time on, he tried to free from the concept of imitation for painting. His Cubism showed various views and expressions for painting.
So let's learn about the styles of one of his pieces called Cubism. Cubism. Let's learn what that means in various views. So Picasso expressed the world with various sights. He saw a lot and he did his art around it. He was talented in painting, even though we said he did sculptures and things like that. And he had a hard life, and so his work sometimes seemed dark and cold. And his signature work is The Old Guitarist from this period. And then from 1904, he became more and more popular. He became popular in Spain and internationally. So he got to see the world in what was called his rosy period, different part of his period of work. And from this time on, he decided to be free from the concepts of imitation for painting. He was going to do whatever he wanted. And so he came up with Cubism, which showed various views and expressions for painting. Cubism was his new style. So Cubism is a different style of painting that he invented after having a really hard time. Then he got to his rosy period, where suddenly he was successful. Picasso was showing his work all around the world. We learned that he was good at sculptures and prints as well, but his paintings, they're the most famous. So Picasso's paintings and Cubism, that's one of the styles of Picasso that now you can talk about.
Picasso lived in a time of war and looked critically at social issues. He tried to inform people of the cruel war through his work. The masterpiece is Guernica. He was a natural genius, he was humble and kept trying to break the stereotype. Picasso's works with emotions and values in his own way. We've changed the history of words or today. If you continue to put in effort based on creative ideas like Picasso, you can become a historical master in your field.
So let's talk about some of his creative pieces, some of the works that he made. What did Picasso make exactly? Well, Picasso lived in a time of war and looked critically at social issues. It was a hard time. He tried to inform people of the cruel war through his work. The masterpiece here is about war, and because he's a natural genius, he was humble and kept trying to break the stereotype of being a weird person. Picasso's work had so much emotion and views in it, and in his own way, he changed how art is viewed. He also showed that if you continue to put in effort, you'll come up with lots of creative ideas, like Picasso did. You can become a historical master in your field, just like Picasso. So Picasso lived in a hard time, and that was expressed in his work. But he kept going. That's one of the lessons we learned from him. He kept going, and he kept being creative. And by expressing his feelings, he was able to be more creative and become a master in his field. Picasso is all about creativity. Creativity in his art and design, and the inspiration that helped him get there. Wow, Picasso. Pablo Picasso, born in Spain, was a genius artist. What was he good at? He was good at prints and painting and sculpture. Let's practice the word sculpture because it's a really important form of art and maybe a form of art that you'll get to practice later as well. So let's work on that word. Say it after me. Sculpture. Sculpture. Great! Pablo Picasso was good at sculptures and at sculpting, at making them. Another word that we've used a lot when we're studying English together is difficult or difficulty. Let's pronounce difficult together. Say it after me so that we get the consonants and vowels right. Difficult. Difficult. Well done! We learned about Pablo Picasso being a genius artist because he was inspired by so much. What inspires you? Do you like to do art? Do you like to paint like Picasso? Do you like to draw pictures? Maybe you like art related to music. Whatever it is, think of what inspires you. What gives you lots of creative ideas? Then you can be like Picasso. You can take your creative ideas and put them down on paper, put them on a canvas to do painting, or maybe make them out of clay like a sculpture. And then you too will be an artist who has lots of influence internationally and it makes art that other people are still inspired by today. That's what we all hope when we're studying Picasso, that we can be inspired from his modern art and then we can inspire others with our modern art. So whatever ideas you have in terms of making art, I hope you can do it. Whether it's painting or drawing, whatever it is, use it to make some beautiful art that inspires you.